Okay, so he's on this. Okay, is it that he's aboard a ship? He's aboard a Navy ship, and they're in a big storm, and there's a lot of turbulence. Okay, that's the storm. In other words, things are very hard to, it's the big storm. There's another word for, you have turbulence, you have stormy, it's rainy, whatever this is. This is an agitation. Yeah, it's like that. Turbulence is like that. So when you're flying an airplane and the airplane all of a sudden in an airplane and it starts to go up and down and whatever, it's hitting the wind pockets, that's called turbulence, which is an agitation, right? It's basically the same idea, okay? So he's on the ship in turbulence and he wants to get off of this ship and leave that military, okay? So here's the idea, all right? And the experience can go either way. It just depends. It's his experience. So in other words, there's a lot of agitation with the journey. And we've seen this. How many times do people come in and they think it's a la la land journey? Oh, I'm spiritual now. I'm awake, whatever. It's all going to be bliss and heavenly and peace and love, etc. And then they start to, how many people have sung the new you and all of a sudden they meet the reptilians? Yeah, yeah, they meet the reptilians. It's like, wow, the hue is negative. I mean, the new you is negative. I met the reptilians. I didn't meet Rebazar. It's like all of a sudden, see, you're aware and you're seeing what's going on. So now things are starting to get stormy and hard. And so there's a part of him, the personal self, is thinking that, oh, you know what? I want to jump off this ship. I don't want to keep going. But just like any sailor or whatever on a ship, you got to go through the storm, don't you? What's going to happen if you jump overboard? That's not going to do it. You got to face it. You got to go through the storm. And that's where he got the hint. Oh, I've got to, I got to finish this. Yeah, you have to finish the course. You got to go through all the storms to become more aware. Because if you jump off a ship, you jump overboard, you're going to go into more lifetimes. You're going to stay unaware. You need to face it. You need to face everything. There's an old saying with sailors, and that is the captain always goes down with the ship. So again, yeah, the Navy represents, okay, Paul used the baby blue color with his suits and everything, etc. Because again, it gives you the hint. It was for babysitting. He was wearing the outfit baby blue. Okay, so I brought in the color, the navy color, navy blue. All right, and that's more along the ethereal line. It's a blue, purple color, whatever, navy blue, etc. And so many times the idea of the navy is used because you're sailing upon creation and it gets stormy. And what happens? What have we seen many times when it starts to get stormy or people have situations? It's like, oh my gosh, whatever, the new you's not working, the guys aren't coming. All of a sudden they want to bail. But, the captain of the ship, he goes through the storms. That's how he gains his experience. All of a sudden there's a storm out there. Can you see it? Then all the crew members and the captain jump overboard. Does that make sense? Does it make sense that all of a sudden there's a storm coming while you're on the boat and everybody jumps off the boat? In other words, flies off the boat. Does it make sense that all of a sudden, oh, look, Captain, there's a big storm. Let's all jump off the boat. What's the captain going to say? Oh, you're right, sailor. Let's all jump off the boat. Tell the men, sound the alarm. See, is this an opera or what? Okay. Yeah, let's all jump off the boat because we got a storm coming. Okay. We'll get another boat. We'll just jump off this one for now. Okay. No, you go through the storm. You go through the storm. And the personal self is in this experience. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm going through all this. The government hates me. They're going to kill me, whatever. Well, the captain, again, there's an old saying, captain goes down with the ship. In other words, do or die. The captain sticks with the ship. And so that's the idea here. You walk through death. That's the idea. You see? You don't try to save your life. Jesus had an old saying, he who would save his life will lose it. Do you get it? Yeah. Uh-huh. I put up an image here. Okay. One of them was, who gets the hint? Yeah. We have all these hints around us. Start seeing them from your real awareness and not your mind. And then compare the mind with your awareness. Learn to recognize what's invisible and you don't know and that cannot be considered. So it takes a while. We just keep going over it and over it and over it again. And here we are. So fortunately, he didn't jump ship. He's okay. Just go through it. There's a lot to this. And you see over the years, it's many, many steps, and it's okay. And we all go through this because, again, we have the personal self here, and it's a lot to deal with. And we have to get to that point to where we're ready to face everything, whether we're afraid or not. It's not about that. It's just that this is what we have to do because this is what helps us wake up all the way through it. Not to run from it because that's an illusion. You're running from the illusions that have been created, okay? So you have to face it, and it's like you step through it and you see that it's nothing. I'm just very grateful that you're here. So yeah, we want to help everyone, and that's what you're doing, and it takes a lot. And we all go through a lot, and we got to drag each other through it too, and we got to go through it. And then sometimes after these Skypes, you got to take a nap or whatever because it takes a lot out of you. But the end result, always focus on the end result. The end result is it's worth it. We will get through it. Thank you.
No, yo, yo, yo. No, yo, 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 yo. No, yo, yo, yo.
Do you know you